So we have a couple of ideas, don't we, Jax, of some things that you can do to make some extra money. Take it away, buddy. What can you do to make extra money?
Hey y'all, Katie here, and welcome to Make Dollars Make Sense, the podcast that helps you teach your child financial literacy. Catch us here once per month on your favorite podcast platform. Just do a quick search for MOMnation Talk Radio. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Make Dollars Make Sense. I am your host, Real Estate Katie, and I have a very special guest with me today, my son, Jax. Say hello to everybody, Jax.
Hi, everybody.
And we are going to talk about emergency funds. How many of y'all out there have an emergency fund? What is an emergency fund? Well, that is what you have in the bank that's just waiting around for something to happen, right? Like maybe your car breaks down, or maybe you miss work, or maybe you have some unexpected medical bills or broken down appliances, something like that. The emergency fund is to use toward those emergency items. It is not for last minute birthday presents, spa days, or Black Friday sales, okay? It is to be used toward those emergency items so that if tragedy were to happen, knock on wood it doesn't, but if tragedy were to happen, then you are not on your way to financial ruin because you don't have an emergency fund in which to draw from. Right, Jax?
Yeah.
We always have to be prepared, don't we, sir?
True. True that.
True that. It is recommended to have 3 to 6 months worth of income saved up for your emergency fund. And that could be difficult to, how many people have that lying around? Probably not too many, right? So that could be difficult to find all at once. So start small, start saving diligently, get into that habit, and then, maybe start with 2 weeks worth of income. Work your way up to a month worth of income until you've reached that goal. 6 months would be excellent. 3 months is the minimum recommended. Now, there are 2 rules, Jax. Okay. I just kind of gave you a little bit of info on one of them. The first rule, and I'll repeat because it bears repeating, but the first rule is that this fund, money in this fund, is not to be used for last minute birthday presents. Or if you really want that Nerf gun, it's not to be used for that. Or like I said, going to the spa or getting a massage or whatever. Those might seem like they are emergencies at the time, but that's not what this fund is for. Rule number 2, if you use your emergency fund for a new fridge or for braces for the kiddo, show off those babies, or to fix your car, be sure to get back to the saving diligently. So go back to your routine, what you did to save each week when you initially built that emergency fund. You're going to want to build that back up until you've replaced what you took. So you might be thinking, well, again, I just don't have that lying around. Maybe you're paycheck to paycheck, which a lot of us are, and you're not really seeing anywhere in your budget that you can pull any extra cash into a savings account. So we have a couple of ideas, don't we, Jax, of some things that you can do to make some extra money. Take it away, buddy. What can you do to make extra money?
You can get paid for your creative skills. You can get freelance for other or
on Fiverr. So what he's saying is if you're creative, maybe you're really good at creating things digitally, or maybe you're a singer and you play music. A lot of people need little jingles for their businesses or commercials, videos, and things like that. You can freelance for others. You can even go on Fiverr, which is a website that you can also freelance for people that you don't know. So it just kind of helps you to advertise to that group of people that might need help with that kind of thing. What's the next thing you could do, sir? Assistant. So I actually have a few virtual assistants. Did you know that?
No clue.
You don't do this? I do. And the virtual assistant business is really, really starting to take off. I know a lot of other small business owners that are using virtual assistants, and it's really a great business to get into. So perhaps you have, nights and weekends free. or something like that. And you can dedicate some of that time to helping a small business grow as a virtual assistant. The next thing that you could do, sir, is
become a social media manager.
Yeah, you can become a social media manager. So maybe you are really, really good with social media. You know the rules, you know how to work with the algorithms, you know all of the popular platforms. There are tons of small businesses out there that these small business owners are wearing so many hats, they don't have time to do this kind of thing. So you could always become a social media manager. Again, maybe you have some free time, outside of your normal 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you do, that you can help another grow. What's the next thing you could do?
You can get paid for your photos. FOAP pays up to 10 a photo.
Up to $10 a photo. So if you are a photographer, or maybe you just have a lot of fun taking photos and you're pretty good at it, FOAP, FOAP, is a website that will pay up to $10 a photo. So check that out. There's probably some other websites out there that do the same thing, some other companies that will pay you for your photos. So you can check that out. What's the next thing, sir, that somebody could do to make a little extra money?
You could drive for Uber or LYX.
Uber or Lyft. We have probably many of us, I don't know anyone that has not been in an Uber or Lyft. So I know that they're very, very popular in many cities across the country. And that is something that you can do. You can choose your own hours and you can drive for that service and just kind of help taxi people around, maybe pick people up from the airport, bring them to the zoo, that kind of thing, right?
Would you bring them home?
Well, that too. What's the next thing you can do?
Become a food delivery driver. Uber Eats, Grubhub, or Postmates.
Yeah, so you could work for Uber Eats, Grubhub, or Postmates, or some other company like that in your area and deliver food. So that's when we really want to get in and out, but we don't want to leave the house and go get it. Somebody could help us with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, in and out is his absolute favorite. What's the next thing you could do, sir?
Deliver groceries.
You could deliver groceries for people, maybe people who aren't able to get out and get their groceries done and get them themselves. Maybe it's a mom that really needs a bunch of help, or maybe it's an elderly person that's unable to drive or unable to get out to the store. You could help them out and shop and deliver their groceries. What's the next thing? 3 more things.
Take up babysitting.
You could be a babysitter in a couple of years. This guy's going to be the perfect. Yeah, you're going to be the perfect age to do so. But for those of you out there, I am telling you right now, mamas need help, and families, I should say. Families need help. Mamas definitely need help. But families do need help out there. So you could start a babysitting service and help families on nights and weekends or whatever times that you are free. Maybe even during spring break, like what we're on right now, right? Or summer break or winter break. Mamas always need help during that time. Yeah. All right. What's the next thing?
Start pet sitting or dog walking.
Yeah, that would be a good job for you.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people need pet sitters. We have a bunny rabbit. We have a Holland Lop. And it's a little difficult to take your bunny rabbit on trips. So we need a pet sitter. And there are many other people out there that need pet sitters, house sitters, and also dogs. Dogs need to go for walks, don't they?
They need to go to the bathroom.
They need to go to the bathroom, so they need to go for walks. You could start a dog walking service. I know that there's one in our neighborhood. I see them walking dogs all the time.
Wait,
So
there is?
yeah, there is. I'll point it out next time I see it. I do. I see them walking the different dogs all the time, so I assume that's what they're doing. But yeah, it's definitely something that is needed, especially with us being, so busy this day and age, and our pets, they need some time too. So start a dog walking and or pet sitting service. What's the last thing on our list, sir?
Run
Errands.
errands for others.
So you could run errands for others. Again, busy mama here. So I could totally use the help.
Vote for mama.
Vote for mamas. But, maybe picking up dry cleaning, running out to pick up prescriptions, doing light shopping, doing, I don't know, ironing. We have a lot of ironing in this house.
Washing your cars, getting gas, getting groceries.
Yeah, all of these kind of things. So you could certainly start up a business and run errands for others. Well, thank you so much my awesome young co-host, for being on the show with me today. For those of you who want to check out some of our previous shows, again, this is Make Dollars Make Sense. We have many, many other shows also. So check those out while you are on our YouTube channel. We are at MOMnation USA. That's our handle. If you are more of the audio version type, maybe a drive a lot, run a lot, walk dogs, and then you can hop on over to your favorite podcast platform, do a search for MOMnation Talk Radio. You will find our radio station, which hosts all of our shows. So all of our shows are pumped through that station. Give it a like, hit the notification bell, whatever it is.
And a love sign.
And a love sign, please, whatever it is that will alert you whenever we have a new episode. We very much appreciate it, and we love that you are here with us. Thank you so much.